We fast forward to 2022 now, and just like in 2015, Ferrari start off on the best footing possible. Charles Leclerc was winning left, right and centre, and people started to believe that he could be a genuine contender for the World Championship. However, thanks to the resurgence of Red Bull, we've seen Ferrari's title challenge slowly drift away, and it didn't really work out for them. But, just like in 2015, people thought because of Ferrari's great performance last year, 2023 is going to be awesome. However, just like 2016, things haven't gone well for the Scuderia. Hello and welcome back to On Track GP. Colin here today because I want to try and discuss a trend I've noticed in Formula 1 in the last 10 years or so that nobody's really touched on before. And to do that, I have to talk about Ferrari. Now, to start off this story, we go back to 2014, which was of course the year that the new introduction of the V6 turbo hybrid engines came into Formula 1, the current engine formula that we see at the moment. And apart from Mercedes, everybody was kind of everywhere. You know, you had Ferrari not really performing, you had Red Bull dropping off after a few years of dominance, and it was kind of expected that one team would dominate after such a change in regulations. However, if you move forward to 2015, there was all change at Ferrari. You had Sebastian Vettel coming in after winning 4 titles on the bounce with Red Bull. You had Maurizio Arrivabene coming into the new role of team principal. And all of a sudden, you had the team brand new SF15H. This car, the SF15H, was a massive improvement over what we saw from the year before. It was a lot quicker, and it even looked a lot sleeker. It was meant to be the car that would bring Ferrari back to the top. Soon, Vettel proved that to no avail, winning the second race of the season and beating the Mercedes team out of pure pace in Malaysia. 2 more wins would follow in Hungary and Singapore, and everybody, including myself, thought that this was the start of Ferrari coming back into competing for championships. We were all very excited for 2016, but when 2016 rolled around, what happened? Yeah, exactly. Ferrari went from a season of getting 3 victories the year before to going in and not even winning 1. It seemed that they'd made a step backwards instead of forwards. Now, coming into 2017, you had a completely different regulation change where the aerodynamics of the cars were vastly improved upon, and the cars were all of a sudden 3 to 5 seconds faster in some circuits. And again, Ferrari started fighting for titles. But this whole trend of developing a race-winning car and going backwards, as we've seen through 2015 and 2016 and through other scenarios in the last 10 years, is not new to Ferrari. It seems to be a problem that's been lingering and nobody's really figured out how to work it. We fast forward to 2022 now, and just like in 2015, Ferrari start off on the best footing possible. Charles Leclerc was winning left, right and centre, and people started to believe that he could be a genuine contender for the World Championship. However, thanks to the resurgence of Red Bull, we've seen Ferrari's title challenge slowly drift away, and it didn't really work out for them. But, just like in 2015, people thought because of Ferrari's great performance last year, 2023 is going to be awesome. However, just like 2016, things haven't gone well for the Scuderia. We're coming into the second half of the season now, and we're heading to Zandvoort this weekend, with only 10 rounds left on the calendar. And where are Ferrari? Easily the 4th fastest car. It's a struggle for them to even reach the podium, and it seems that pole positions and race wins are completely out of the question for the time being. Why is this type of thing happening to Ferrari? Now, there's a couple of scenarios this year that could have played an effect into it. You had, of course, the appointment of Frederic Vasseur as team principal. You have other senior names like David Sanchez going on gardening leave and eventually leaving for McLaren, and Laurent Mekies heading over to AlphaTauri to take over Franz Tost's role next year. Why is this a thing? When every other team, such as Red Bull or even McLaren and Aston Martin, can make major strides and continue to be competitive in the sport, why do Ferrari always go backwards instead of forwards? Is this an issue with the team? Is this an issue with the culture behind Ferrari? Or is this just an issue with pushing forward with development and parts of Fiorano? It's really hard to understand, but hopefully, just like in 2017, maybe next year can be Ferrari's ultimate challenge and they can take Red Bull all the way to the end in a World Championship battle. We'd love to know your comments on this, and give us your thoughts about why you think Ferrari seems to always make a progress of going 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Is it a trend of Maranello? Is it just something that they can't really be helped by the team, or do they just get caught out by everybody else developing? Make sure you drop your comments and make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the news in Formula 1. This is Colin and this is On Track GP. Thank you.